Good morning, all. I'm just making an update. This is corporate, your CEO's office, going over your banking contracts here today. Today is March the 23rd of 2023. I want you to know that all banking contracts with all 50 US states are currently renewed. Those states are Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. The key was with Mr. William Henry Gates' presidency. That's key 51 for the Washington District of Columbia, right? That's the bill key. And again, that has to do with the Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court, John Roberts, who signs off as proxy, right? This is based off of a legal act called the 1871 District of Columbia Act, right? This was the founding of your all's agreement in 1871 for your financial system that registered your banking contracts in Malta, that are then rerouted up through Italy, through the financial system, through the rest of the system. I am letting you know officially today in real life your banking contracts are renewed. The budget is being worked upon right now by the United States Senate as well as the United States House of Representatives. By November at the utmost latest, you will have your official budgets. Your contracts are renewed. They all have been registered properly with original certificates for the Federal Reserve. Bill has agreed to these things. Bill being William Henry Clinton. We are going to be going back to a Clinton 90s era banking agreement. Going forward for your banking contracts, these are getting renewed in real life, not a fantasy. John Roberts is going to sign off on these renewals. This is based off a legal real-life law called the 1871 District of Columbia Act that founded your global collateral accounts. You all will be registered again through Italy for banking purposes going forward. This is actual real life, not a fantasy. And we are beginning that process starting today. You are very welcome. I look forward to seeing what budget proposals you all send over to the executive branch and what you all come up with at the Office of Management and Budget, the United States Treasury, the Federal Reserve, so I can get that sent over to the European Central Bank, the Bank of England, as well as the Bank of International Settlements, and our Austrian partners. Right? You get it done correctly. We'll sign off on this in Switzerland. Everything will be good. It'll get transferred back down, and you guys will get a new working budget for your expenses, so to speak. The money's already been transferred, by the way. There is 90 trillion sitting in an account to pay for everything that you all need from 2024 to 2033, a 10-year budget. Biden wanted to spend 82.2 trillion out of that. I covered those expenses for that long. Evelyn Rothschild and myself made the transfers before the end of 2022, made sure that the money is available. You all are funded. The banking contracts are renewed in real life, but you must get your budget together and have it formally submitted. The reason it has not been approved yet is you have not included enough green technology and green energy goals, right? So you need to be looking into solar energy, wind energy, right? You need to be looking into lithium for batteries for technology, which is very important, right? Tablets and cell phones and Laptops, they need lithium batteries, right? You need to be looking into hydrogen as an alternative fuel source. We just spent close to about $700 million on an initial investment into researching hydrogen with the Department of Energy, by the way. So you need to look into that as well, right? These are things that we need. Reforestation projects, desalinization projects as well. These are things that the Congress needs to be considerate of for getting their budgets approved. There's a lot of people who lack in access to clean water. Well, most of it's salt water, so what we can do is build desalinization plants like the gigantic plant that we have out in San Diego. That's one of the main goals going forward, right? To build those up. The UN spoke on this, and I have made my goal for green energy going forward for the transitionary economy very important. This is what must be done. A combination of Clinton-era economic policies, the original banking contracts, fused together with green energy goals. So basically, we're going to be looking at a Roosevelt New Deal type of idea, like a Kennedy-esque Blue Dog Democrat type of idea going forward, if you understand around where this is actually heading. I have formally signed off on this myself with my proxy. Your contracts are secure, your places are secure. Thinking that we are in abject bankruptcy is not reality. The truth is the bankruptcy began in the year of 2015. It went on till January 19th, 2023. We are in reorganization. I gave you all $400 billion to budget things into the year till November of this year. That's what the Treasury Department from Janet Yellen had issued to you all as guidance. There's plenty of more money. The transfers have been made. Evelyn and I foresaw all of this coming. Everything is paid for. You just need to get the paperwork submitted. That way we can sign off on all of this and get it formally approved. Again, the master key for the 51st one was William Henry Clinton, known as Bill. And yes, it has been signed off on. So, John Roberts, you have the proxy for the CEO signature. You can sign off. Bill and I are both giving our approvals. Get this approved. I gave you the laws and the legal metrics by approving this, and send this over to my offices in Europe and my bank affiliates in Europe, and we will get this completely taken care of for the United States going forward in your reorganization. And no, this has nothing to do with CCP affiliates with China. This is your Western financial system that I am renewing. And Switzerland will be your financial hub going forward in real life. Okay? You all have a great day. And you're welcome, by the way. Oh, by the way, don't ask me for any money until 2034. I just paid for 10 years.